What is happening, Fletcher Middle School? It's Sunday night. Football is back. So, before we get into education, let's talk about the important stuff. The Jags, they won. It's been a long time since we could say that happened, but even better than the Jags winning. If I scroll down here, Tom Brady lost. So, it's a very good night in the Couch family indeed. Don't ask about my fantasy team. They're not doing so well. So today we're going to be sending an email. You're going to send it to your parents and you're also going to send it to me. So I've got to move kind of quickly through this. I'm going to show you two different ways you can get there. If you have a DCPS student laptop, you should have a OneView shortcut. You'll open that up. It's going to ask you to log in. And it's going to take you to what they're now calling the homeroom page. Hit the white waffle. Bam, there you go. There's Outlook. That's your email. Whether you've known or not, you have had a school email since kindergarten. If you've been with Duval County Schools, if it's the first time you've ever used it, it's going to ask you right around here somewhere to set up the time zone. An adult at home can help you out with that. It's not the end of the world if you get that wrong, but because I'm not there to work with you, we're Eastern Standard Time, if you can find that. So that's one way to do it. For everybody else that has just an iPad or a Chromebook or whatever kind of computer you're using, I'm always going to ask that you use Google Chrome. And in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, some of the projects that we've had in the past, if you've opened them up with Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer or any other web browser, it might not work. So I'm always going to ask if you have access to it to use Google Chrome. It's absolutely free. Now, because this is a school laptop, it opens right away to DCPS. But let's say you didn't. All right, you're just going to go up here to the top and put in DCPS. And what you're looking for is this right here, Duval County Public Schools, everybody's favorite homepage. So once it loads, they've changed it since last year. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here a little bit, just past whatever picture they're showing right here, and you've got all these little buttons. Here's Focus, Blended Learning, the school calendar, and this is what we're looking for. All right, they used to call it OneView. I think now they're pushing this homeroom page. So you've got some information in here on how to log in and some other stuff. But what we're going to use is this little popular links, and we're going to click this little black caret sitting right here and get this drop down menu. We're looking for OneView Webmail. So once we click that, then it's going to ask you to log in, and then it's going to take you into, I got to get used to saying that, it's going to take you into homeroom. We've always called this OneView. So again, the white waffle, and now we're going to open up Outlook. So you're going to send an email to your, I say your parents, but it's really whatever adult you live with. And everybody's families are so different. I will let you sort that out. So we're going to click New Message. And so if you live with your mom and your dad, you will send an email to both of them. If you live with mom and grandma, send it to both. If you live with mom sometimes and dad sometimes, again, that's more of a family decision, okay? So up here in the to box, you've got three boxes in the top that we're going to work with at first. So the to is literally who are you sending this email to? So we're going to send this to mom, and I don't think I've ever made one for dad. Sorry, Dad. I know sometimes you get left out. I feel you. All right, so there we go, mom@gmail.com and dad@gmail. Please don't send this email to them. This is just my example. All right, so this is the email that we're going to send it to. So in this CC, this is an old concept, but this is a carbon copy. So the email isn't really to me, but in order for me to grade this assignment, I need a copy of this. So you're going to start to type couch, and you could include the letter C And you're looking for my goofy face right there, right? So there we go. So now we have who it's going to, and in this line, who needs a copy of this email so they can grade it. In the subject, we're going to write, my grades are my responsibility. Okay, there we go. Now this down here won't show up in yours, right? That is preloaded in my email. It just saves me a little bit of time. Okay, and then this big box right here is where you will type the email, and when you're done, you're going to hit send. Right? So what are you typing? So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to read this quickly. I only have a limit of 15 minutes on these screenshot videos, so I'm going to try to move through this quickly and then make sure you're set up so that you can type this. You won't find this document anywhere on Teams. This is only on the YouTube video. You guys are smart enough and crafty enough that I think if I put a copy of this document in Teams, some people are just going to copy and paste this thing, and I want you having the practice of emailing it. So it says, dear mom and dad, but it's whoever you're writing it to. Dear grandma, dear grandpa, dear, Uncle Bob. All right. This is a practice email I am sending from Mr. Couch's, and please put whatever class period you're in. My progress report will be coming home on Monday, September 21st. I have 1 week to keep my grades high or 1 week to pull my grades up. I am fully capable of both. Mr. Couch understands that while I am fully capable of C's and above in middle school, that learning online has its own unique challenges. For his class, I can always go back and resubmit work if I'm not happy with my original grade. In the file section of Teams is a file called grade change request that shows me how to make sure, that shows me how to make sure my improved work is changed in Focus. I know that I should log into Focus every day while in this class. I know that it is my responsibility to talk to my teachers about any missing assignments. I know that I can send them an email through the School Outlook app. You know you're reading fast where you just put words in that sentence that aren't even there. It happens. All right. I understand that not turning in assignments is the easiest way to wreck all of my hard work that I've put in so far. It is my goal to turn in all assignments in all classes. With your help, I can do this. Thank you for your love and support. And then you're just going to put, your first name. You don't have to underline it. Don't put first name. I'm just telling you what goes down here. If you want to add another sentence or two down here, like, can we have ice cream for dinner? Go for it. So after you've typed everything I've said and you want to add something, a personal note to your family, please do so. They will realize that even though you're a wonderful human being, that this sounds more like an adult teacher than a 6th, 7th, or 8th grade student. I realize that. But the point of this is I want all three of us. I want whatever adult parent you live with. I want you and I want me to all be on the same page as far as getting you through middle school. Both my face-to-face and my online students, you all have, kind of unique challenges, and you've got really good days and you've got really bad days. We want you to have as many good ones as possible. On those tough days, you feel like you're falling behind, please email and ask for help. That's literally what I get paid for, is to answer your questions, make you as successful as I can, okay? Not turning in assignments for any class, that's going to hurt you more than anything. So please, please, please try to get that done. So because I'm not putting this in a file, this is just on the YouTube video. So how do you look at YouTube and your email at the same time? So while this is loading, for my students that have written a very similar email to this last year, this is coming in at about 200 words. If you would like to write your own original email, and like I said, this is for students that I've had before, Please feel free to write your own, but you ought to come in, somewhere in the same range, right? I'm looking for about 200 words. So, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. So, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you should see the document right about here, but your email's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cursor, I'm going to left click on the trackpad or the mouse, and I'm going to click and drag, and I'm going to pull it way over, and hopefully you can see that. But right in the middle of the screen there becomes this little kind of ghost box. As soon as you see that, you can let it go. All right, so now this is snapped over here, and now the computer's saying, well, what else do you want to look at? Well, I want to look at my email. All right, so now you've got this little box over here, and you can type and look over here. It is not always the best setup, right? You can grab this little slide bar to help you out and move over a little if you'd like. That may be helpful. It may not be. All right, so if you don't like doing split screen like that, you definitely don't have to, but that's just a little trick to help you out. All right, so I have got just a few minutes left before this recording cuts me off. I'm going to leave all this. This right here, the grade change request, that's just for my class. Now, I think you could use that for any class, and I'll be honest, I haven't created this thing yet. It's Sunday night. There's going to be Sunday night football on. I'll be watching that, and we're working on this tonight. So in the morning, by the time you're watching this on Monday, September 14th, it should exist, and it should be in Teams under Files. Now, it might be inside this class materials, or it might just be sitting out here in space somewhere. I did go through and try to simplify my teams. I had multiple channels. I had a general, a assignments tab, and then a live meetings tab. And I'll be honest, I think in trying to be more organized, I think all I was doing was confusing some of you guys. So from now on, everything is going to show up right here in this channel. I will go to one that is more of an online class. So here's my 6th period. So here you'll see the meetings and the announcements, an attendance quiz and things like that. So it will all show up in the same place. Hopefully that's going to make life a little easier for you. If you're searching for an assignment, it's always right here. Okay. I think that's everything. I will discuss this best I can in the live meetings. However, this week, keep in mind we have to get baseline testing done, and I can only get through a small group at a time. And for some of the larger online classes, we may need a full week of testing. So that's why you have this video and this assignment. The My Grades are My Responsibility email to send to your parents. I know this says that progress reports will be coming home, but for my online students, they should post in Focus. And to be honest, if you've got access to Focus, you should know every single day what your grades are. Okay, so don't let September 21st freak you out as far as progress reports. I will let you know when report cards are coming, but we're midway through the first 9 weeks for some of you, my 6th graders out there, your first 9 weeks of middle school. I'm very impressed. It's a weird world out there, and I think you guys are killing it. I think you're rock stars. And hopefully this practice with email will make your middle school experience a little bit easier. Even after you come back to us and you're a face-to-face student, I still have them send an email so that it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. We want your grades as high as we can get them. So good luck to you out there this week. Go Jags. I should know who we're playing next week, but I just don't. And I got 15 seconds, so I love you, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.